In this tutorial, we will cover the different types of inputs, output, and the errors that we get to see while working with the terminal. You will learn how a command takes input and how that input is interpreted to produce a desired output. By the end of this tutorial, you will know how our Linux terminal processes the user given input, and based on the same, what type of output is supposed to be displayed on the screen. A command can take two types of inputs, and at the same time it gives two types of outputs. On the left, we see the two input streams that are moving towards the command. One is the standard input that the command takes from the terminal. It means we just type and enter a command in the terminal without mentioning any parameter or option, and we get to see the standard output already known to the computer. And the other one is a command argument. In this case, just writing the command does not suffice the requirement. You will be prompted to provide some parameter or some option for the command to operate and give you some relevant output. I want you to bring more attention to these numbers that are written next to the standard input, the standard output, and the standard error. The standard input, output, and the standard error have got a number associated with them. A standard input is tagged with the number 0, standard output with 1, and the standard error is having its number coded as 2. So that was all theory here. Let's move to the terminal window and see how this works. Starting with the date command, we know that date command does not require any option or argument to be provided with it, because date command is self-sufficient to give you an output onto the terminal. Okay, I'll press enter and you can see the present date when I'm recording this video, okay, and along with the timestamp. Few more such short commands that do not require an output are like cal. Cal stands for the calendar. It displays the present month's calendar. Of course, we have seen the cal command in the previous lecture where certain more inputs can be given, like certain more options can be used along with the cal. We will see it shortly. I want to show you the pwd command. This pwd command actually gives you the output where you are presently working. I mean, in which directory you are right now. So I am in the tsh directory, which is under the parent directory known by the name home. So what is happening over here that is more important to understand? That is the purpose of this chapter. The terminal, actually this terminal window, took the standard input and displayed the relevant standard output, right? Totally, completely standard output has been displayed. Notice that the standard output is displayed on the terminal itself, since the command is taking the input from the terminal. And now let's move ahead and explore few more commands. This time I'll be again using the basic cal command as the standard input, but I will be providing some kind of arguments and just see how the terminal responds. So when I enter cal 2025, okay, so this is what I get as the output. I get the calendar of the argument that I have provided, right? So I provided 2025. You can just check it with any year or the year in which you are watching this video right now. Okay, again, few more inputs for the cal command. So cal can take multiple arguments as well, separated by space. So I want to see the calendar of the December month, the 12th month of the year 2024. So this is the output displayed on the screen. Keep in mind that since the standard input acts as like a data stream, its output can also be redirected to some other object. It can be a file or again another command which will treat this output as an input for itself to process. I can also combine options and arguments for a command. I can use the calendar double option. I will use two options. Just give it the name A and B, where A stands for after and B stands for before. Okay, so let me write the command for you here. Cal dash A, I told you it stands for after. 1, I'm giving one option, and again another one, 4 and 2024. Okay, so the command goes like display the calendar 1 month after the 4th month of 2024. So basically it is going to display the calendar of April 2024, but it will also display the calendar of 1 month after April 2024, that is of May 2024. When I press enter, I will be expecting the output to be displayed as the calendar of 2 months, basically for April 2024 and May 2024. Here is the output on the screen. Now let's move ahead again by one step and make this simple command a little bit more complex by adding one more option. So this is already known to you, right? And I will be giving an option B. B stands for before, I have already told. Again, 1 month I'll give and 4th month of 2024. So I'll read it for you again. Display the calendar 1 month after and 1 month before the 4th month of 2024. There has to be a space over here, right? Now I will press enter and I'll be expecting the output to be the calendars for the month of April, okay, the 4th month of 2024. 1 month before, that is for March 2024, and again 1 month after April 2024, that is for May 2024. So here is the output on the screen. Moving ahead, if you enter any command that does not work only by accepting standard input, it will either respond to an error message or it will prompt you to provide an argument. Let us see this by an example using the echo command. So what happens when we just enter the echo command and give no option, no argument to it? See, the command just returned a blank space to me. I can say that this command did not provide me any output right now. Okay, so let me give it an argument. Echo, I love Linux, the standard input that I give in most of my chapters. So this is what I get as the output on the screen. I hope things are a bit clear to you and your understanding of Linux command structure is improving. So I showed you what is a standard input, like I just press a command and I get to see the standard output onto the screen. Let me show you a standard error. Okay, so I will be writing again using the cal command and I will write hello. Let me see if this gives me some kind of error or not. Yes, so this is like a not a valid here hello. So this is one system fed error message that you will get to see if you commit any kind of mistake. So this is what we call a standard error, which you get displayed onto the screen. So let me try out the same cal command with a different wrong argument so that it throws in standard error. Okay, so I'll be using the plus symbol, just a wrong argument. And you can see not a valid here, again, the wrong argument that I've given. So this is basically a standard error that has been prefed to this terminal window. With this, I come to the end of this chapter. I hope things are getting better on your side and your understanding of Linux command structure is improving. I urge you to take a pause and try out more such commands for better grasp over the subject. I will end this lecture here and see you again in the next tutorial where we will be learning how to redirect the output from one command as the standard input for another command. Things are going to be more interesting ahead. See you soon.